All right, so we're looking here at step function number 3, kind of an ironically named step function because we don't see the steps like you would in a graph. But in this case, we have a table. And this is pretty traditional exam type problem. The cost to park a car in an expensive lot is $50 for the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and $12 for each additional hour or part thereof. So anytime you creep into that next hour, you're paying for the full hour. You park 1 minute of that new hour, and you're paying for the whole hour for a maximum of 12 hours. And so they give you the pattern in the table, 0 to 2.5. So for the full first 2.5, $50. The second you go over that 2.5, 3.5, $62, and it's going to go up by 12. So these intervals here, you need to understand that this one on the left over here, not that one, this is, if the number is here, this is exclusive, right? And if it's like this is inclusive. What that means is if the bracket's grabbing the number, it counts the number. If it's ignoring it or facing, excuse my left hand there, or it's facing away, then it doesn't count. And that's how they set it up. So the only way to solve this without making mistakes for sure is to extend the table. So you're going to watch me just do this here. Really easy. It's going to be my hours, and over here are my costs. And then I'm just going to run the pattern. So I'll just pick up from where it left off just so I can have it there. 4.5 to 5.5. And the cost of that was, what, $86. Now, I know that that bracket wasn't counting there, and it was counting there. And so I'm just going to run that pattern. So from 5.5 to 6.5, and then from 6.5 to 7.5, and then from 7.5 to 8.5, 8.5 to 9.5, 9.5 to 10.5. Now I'm going to show the next one, 10.5 to 11.5, because we need to see where it's going to count, right? Which of these 10.5s am I going to use? And that's going to happen when I lay these brackets down. So these are all the exclusives, right? And here are all my inclusives. The pattern repeats. So that means, since I want 10.5 hours, I want where the 10.5 hours is being grabbed. That's the one I want, not this one. I wanted to show it, though, to show you that there is the possibility, because what if they had asked you for like 10 hours and 10.51 hours or whatever, then we would go into the next field. So now we just have to duplicate the pattern in the numbers, which is really easy. We're just going to continue to add 12. So check it out. 86 plus 12 is 98. Plus 12 again, 110, 122, 134, 146, and we're done.